Welcome back to This Week at ISU. I'm your host, Owen Pulley. This week, we have the Snowcial, Leading the Dream, and more. This Week at ISU starts right now. Leading the Dream was hosted by the Charles E. Brown African American Cultural Center, a day of honoring and remembering Martin Luther King Jr. This event was held in the Sycamore Banquet Center and consisted of a Q&A with panelists.
Tonight we are doing our tribute to the Martin Luther King Week, basically, because we have a strong belief that we should allow people to have the holiday as a holiday. So tonight we celebrate Dr. King through a program we're called Leading the Dream. Where we have asked leaders in activism, in the faith-based world, in politics, and in education to come and speak with us along. We've asked veteran leaders, and this is what the fun part, and student leaders. So we have the presidents of African Student Union, NAACP, Black Student Union, and NPHC, which oversees all of the Black fraternity and sororities of the Divine Nine here at Indiana State. Well, it's important because it's an intergenerational conversation. Because me being the age that I am, we have expectations of your generation, and your generation should have expectations of us. The reason we wanted to pull this conversation together is so they could hear from each other to understand what we look for from each other and how we can help one another in our leadership. I really want to hear what, in light of the new legislation here in Indiana and nationwide as it relates to things that are very relevant to us in higher ed, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I never say DEI. I wanted people to understand what that is. I think it's important that we actually sit down and have this conversation to figure out where do we go from here. I don't think we're just going to watch this happen and lay down. I think we need to figure out, especially as thought leaders in higher education, what we should be doing within this next year and the next 3.5. Indiana State Sycamores, you all are the leaders. I am literally with the baton face to the back because somebody else needs to pick this up. But you need to be in places like this. We cannot sit and wait for somebody else to take the helm when you all are who I'm trying to give this baton to. But you got to be there to make that happen. I'm happy with the size of the crowds we got, but it could have been much better. And the reason I say that is because we've got work to do as an institution. We have work to do to help President Goddard going forward, and it really extends to you all. I'm just here. I get paid to be here to make sure that you all have a memorable experience while you're here.
The Asian Student Association hosted the Lunar New Year's celebration. They provided refreshing drinks and fun snacks like gummy bears. There was crafts and traditional lantern making. They provided a slideshow of Lunar New Year's information for attendees to learn more.
So we are hosting our Lunar New Year's event, and my favorite part would be the activities and just how much people it brings out. So, well, as of right now, we don't have like very traditional activities. We have like coloring, lanterns. But I think the most traditional would be lanterns because we do use a lot of lanterns as like water lanterns, sky lanterns, just to like help bring out for the new year. I think it's important because we are the only Asian organization on campus, so I think it would really help people be more educated on Asian culture and just like know more about us. In March, I believe, we do have a ramen and Asian cinema night, so we're gonna sell ramen, like different type of instant ramen for like $2, some snacks, and we'll have some movies up.
Snowcial was a relaxing way for students to connect with others on campus. There was free food, hats, and snow globes to prepare for the chilly weather. Let's hear more about this event.
I love that we get to give back to the students on campus and provide just a fun break, especially during the winter months when it can be, not so fun, can't go outside, can't do a lot. So we get to provide them with food and snow globes this year and a door prize. I think it's a lot of fun. We give away a lot of items. There's always good food, sweets, and this year the snow globes are a really good addition. Yes, I definitely think is important, especially coming back from break. It helps everybody relax getting back into the swing of classes.
Mocktails and Mental Health by Student Engagement Leadership, Fraternity, and Sorority Life was an information event for students to better understand how mental health and how to cope with it. There was a slideshow as well as delicious mocktail drinks.
My favorite part is probably all the presentations we're about to give about new student orientation and the application. I would recommend it because we have free mocktails and also that fun little presentation we're about to do. So I would definitely say it's important. We have a lot of different organizations also in there besides the orientation side. We have MSP, a couple other people presenting, so I definitely recommend coming and seeing it. So.
Now let's take a look at Indiana State info and what opportunities the campus has to offer. Here's Graham Edwards with Health Minute.
Hey Sycamores, welcome back to Health Minute. I'm Graham Edwards. January is National Blood Donor Month. As we progress through the winter months, the rate of seasonal illness increases. In order to keep up with this, the demand for blood donations has increased as well. The American Red Cross strongly encourages anyone eligible to donate blood. If you are a first-time donor, here are some tips to help you through the process. Before donating blood, be sure that you're in good health, stay hydrated, and have plenty of healthy foods to eat. Greasy foods will make it harder during the donating process. Get plenty of sleep beforehand and be sure to rest afterwards too. There are some general and state requirements for donating blood as well. You must be at least 17 years of age in most states. You need to weigh at least 110 pounds, and you must wait at least 56 days in between blood donations. Thank you for joining us, and check back next week for more healthy tips and tricks. Back to the studio.
Now over to Abby Carter with the weather.
Thanks. Well, Sycamores, prepare for a little warmth this week. We'll be having a mix of sunny and cloudy days with temperatures ranging from the high 50s to the low 40s. That's all for now. Back to the studio.
Let's check out CJ Cooper for sports.
Welcome back to Sports Corner. I'm your host, CJ Cooper. Men's basketball. Marcus Harding lit it up for Indiana State, leading the way with 16 points on 6 for 13 shooting, including an impressive 4 for 7 from downtown. Harding also dominated the boards with 8 rebounds, including 4 on the offensive glass, a season high. This was his second straight game grabbing 8 rebounds, and his first time leading the Sycamores in scoring this season. Aaron Gray was rock solid, posting 11 points and 4 rebounds while playing nearly 31 minutes of mistake-free basketball. Jaden Daugherty added 10 points, showing his consistency as he and Samaj Till combined for 16 of the team's 26 first-half points. While the Sycamores are battling through a 6-game skid, their defense put on its best performance in weeks, holding Northern Iowa to 48.1 shooting from the floor, their best effort since January 8th against Valparaiso. In women's basketball, Daviana Smith made waves with a career-high 10 points, sinking a season-best 4 buckets for the Sycamores. Mia Simpson dished out 6 assists, her most in an Indiana State jersey. And Bella Vinekin, what can I say? She put on a show, leading all scorers with 17 points, knocking down 7 field goals. The Sycamores turned Belmont's 15 turnovers into 16 points, showcasing their hustle on both the ends of the floor. All 7 players who hit the court for Indiana State contributed across the board, with each scoring at least 2 points and grabbing a rebound. 6 players logged 24 minutes in a gritty team effort. Let's go, girls. Track and field record breakers. Rachel stole the show this weekend with a record-breaking performance in the 60-meter hurdles, clocking a stunning 8:19 in the prelims to set a new Indiana State record. Rachel also set career-best marks in the 60-meter, finishing in the top 5 with times of 7:62 and 7:66. The Sycamores shined across the board in Indianapolis, with Parker Doyle advancing to the 60-meter hurdles finals at the career-best 8:17, and Taj Johnson sprinting to new career-best marks in the 60, with times of 6:87 and 6:88. Adding to this weekend's achievements, Emma Gresham, Mao, and Astina Garrett shot put all etched their names into Sycamore history books with top 10 performances. Indiana State's men's basketball returns to the Homan Center this Thursday night to face Valparaiso. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. Please don't miss it. Indiana State Athletics is firing on all cylinders this winter. Please stay tuned. And don't forget to support our athletes. See you out on the field and in on the court. Check back next week for more sports updates. Back to the studio.
And that's all the time we have this week. If you would like to get involved with Sycamore Video, or if you have any events that you'd like for us to cover, send us an email at isu-sycamorevideo@indstate.edu. Check us out on our Facebook page at Sycamore Video-ISU Student Media or Sycamore Video on YouTube. See you next week, Sycamores.